Okay, so this is chapter 2.5, and by the end of this class I should be able to verify properties of geometric figures. So when you draw geometric figures on a coordinate grid, so like on an x-y axis, you can verify many of its properties using properties of line segments and line segments. So here, what I want you to do is copy the in summary section in your notebook. What you need to know is these things here, what you can verify. So what kind of properties of lines or line segments can I use? And the first one here says you can use the midpoint formula. So the midpoint formula, remember, is what? x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we can use the midpoint formula to determine whether a point bisects a line segment. So bisects means cut in half, right? So if I have a line segment and I have a point, what I can do is find the midpoint of AB and see if that point was actually bisecting the line. So this is the midpoint of AB. Okay, so the next point says you can use the formula for the length, and that's our distance formula, right? So D equals delta x squared plus delta y squared. So the distance formula of a line segment to calculate the length of two or more sides in geometric figures so that you can compare them. And the last point here says you can use the slope formula. So the slope formula, which is m equals delta y over delta x, to determine whether the sides in a geometric figure are parallel. So when are the lines parallel? Well, if the slopes are the same, right? So if m1 equals m2, then they're parallel. What if they're perpendicular? Well, perpendicular means that if m1 is equal to the negative of 1 over m2, which means negative reciprocal of each other, right? Negative. So if the slopes are negative reciprocal of each other, we know that the lines are going to be perpendicular. And if they're not the same or negative reciprocal, then the lines are neither parallel nor perpendicular. So that's it for my lesson. What you should try to do is start off doing the assignment a little bit, so you can get ahead of the game a little bit. Okay.